everyone, it's Joanne. Today I'll be talking about the books that I've read in June and July. So I have read 5 books the last couple months, which is still okay. I'm still trying my best when it comes to reading. Like, some days I feel like reading, sometimes there's some days that I don't feel like reading, and same with audiobooks when I have audiobooks available. But I think 5 books for last couple months has just been a decent amount for me, so yeah, enough chit chat. Let's get to the books that I've read in June and July. Okay, so I was wrong. I've read 7 books in June and July. I've read like 3 books in June, and I've read 4 books in July, so that's still a decent number. But the first book that I've read in June is Reflection by Elizabeth Lim. This is obviously one of Disney's Twisted Tales books. Is what if Mulan travels the underworld, which is very interesting to me because I didn't know like there's underworld in the Chinese culture, but I'm glad that I've read this because whenever I read a book that takes place in a different country, I like learning about different cultures, especially like in fantasy, not just in contemporary. But yeah, I thought this was a decent book. I really enjoyed it. I've read this for a readathon, which was what was it? Camp Season-a-thon. I kind of quietly participated in that, and it was like this was the only book that has dragons in it for Cabin Castle, which was Melanie's cabin for that readathon, and I really enjoyed it. I still love the Mulan characters like I did with the movies, and of course I'm glad that Mushu was in it because I was worried about it for not killing it for the prompts, because this is the only book that I could think of that has dragons in it other than Fourth Wing. I'm not ready to read Fourth Wing, to be honest with you, but yeah, I still really enjoy this. Yeah, I might have to look up my reading on Goodreads because sometimes I can't remember my reading on Goodreads. But yeah, I still enjoy this. I like this as much as other Disney Twisted Tales series, but yeah, I give this 4 stars. So the next book that I've read in June, which is a manga that I've rented from my library, which is Dreaming Sun Volume 3 by Ichigo Takano. And if you haven't read the first book, it's about a girl who runs away from home, and then she runs to this guy in the park, and he invites her to live with him on 3 conditions. 1, she has to explain why she ran away from home, and 2, find his lost keys, and 3, to dream of falling in love. And I still love this manga series so much. I love the characters, and I know there's only 10 volumes, which is very sad, but I'm close to halfway through the story, and I'm just loving the characters, and I'm just really loving the story and the characters, and I'm just couldn't put it down. Like I said, I'm just love this manga, and I know that I got this recommendation from Becca in the Books. So yeah, I'm just and it's been described as New Girl, but in a manga. But I never seen New Girl, so I've no idea what people are talking about. But I still enjoyed the manga either way, and of course I give it 5 stars. So the last book that I've read in June, which is Promised Neverland Volume 10 by Kayu Sashira. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the author's name, but I'm also halfway through that series as well, because there's only 20 volumes in that one. It's about a group, if you haven't read the first volume, it's about a group of orphans who's just living a happy life in an orphanage, and then they discovered something outside the orphanage that is not as good as it seems, and yeah, and that's pretty much the premise of it. And I'm just happy that I'm halfway through the manga series, because I know I do want to try the anime of it, and I'm just really loving the story. I'm really loving the characters, and I'm just getting an adrenaline rush just for the thrill of these series, because like everything, a lot of times the mangas end up in a cliffhanger, and of course by knowing me as a reader and TV show watcher or a movie watcher, when things end in a cliffhanger, I'm just like, Rrr! So, but yeah, I'm still loving the characters, I'm still loving the story, and the world is getting more interesting as it goes, and yeah, I also gave that one 5 stars. So the first book that I've read, well, I technically started this in June and finishes in July, which is A World Without Princess by Simone Shinani. This is the second book in the School for Good and Evil series, and you haven't read the first book. The first book is about 2 girls who are best friends. One's good and one's evil, and once they went to the School of Good and Evil, they end up switching. One that is good and end up in the evil side, and vice versa. And yeah, I love this series so much. I'm loving the characters, and I listened to this on audiobook, and I was so surprised on how much I enjoy audiobook, because oh my gosh, I'm just loving how the story's going, and it's like I liked how the first one ended, but then this one surprised me a lot, and I'm just like, what's going on? What's going on with Sophie and Agatha? So I'm just loving these characters, and I'm loving the world in this story, and I know that I need to get the third book as soon as possible, especially with the original covers. I've been searching at half-price books for them because I like the original covers, but with 4 through 6, I don't care if they don't match at this point. But yeah, I'm loving this series more and more, and yeah, I give this 5 stars. And the next book that I've read in July is Mother Knows Best by Serena Valentino. This is one of the Disney Villains books about Mother Gothel, obviously. This is her origin story, and I think this one was really interesting because like the first half was her origin story, and then the other half was the story of Tangled. If you guys don't know, Mother Gothel's from Tangled, and I'm like, I enjoyed the story, but I just felt some parts of it just felt a little dragging a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, it's almost 400 pages, and I thought like the others it would be like 300 pages, because I end up reading some of these within a day, like Fairy Stuff on The Beast Within and Poor Unfortunate Soul. So yeah, these are right here. So yeah, it got me to know Mother Gothel more, even though that's not the actual thing in the movie, but this makes me like Mother Gothel more and kind of sympathize with her, but at the same time, like I said, parts of the story I felt it was a little dragging a little bit, so I still enjoyed the story overall, and this was a 4-star read for me. So the next book that I've read in July is Spy Family Volume 3 by Tatsuya Ando. I think that's their pronunciation, and again, I apologize for that. If you haven't read the first book's about a spy whose mission was to create a fake family, and that was part of his mission. And the main spy, Midnight, whose real name is Lloyd, end up adopting a girl who is telepathic, like she can read minds. I think that's the term for it. I don't remember the actual term for it. Please correct me on the comments down below, because I don't remember the word, but she reads minds, and he has a wife that is an assassin, and I'm just really loving this series more and more, and I know I want to try the anime series at some point, because I saw but yeah, that's the whole plot of Spy Family, and I just love these characters so much. I just love how funny some parts of the story are, and I'm just loving these characters more, especially when they get into an awkward situation and one of them ends up doing something to make it worse, and I'm just, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I just can't stop laughing the whole time. I'm loving these characters, and I know that I saw the Spy Family movie called White, and I just love that movie, even though I haven't seen the anime, but I told Kevin I already know some of the characters from the manga that I've read, so I'm familiar with them, but now I'm at the end where you meet Bond, which is the dog that could see the future. So yeah, I'm just loving this series more and more as I go. I don't know how long this series is gonna be for this manga series, but I'm just loving it more and more and more, and yeah, I'm just so happy that I try this manga out. But yeah, it's obviously a 5-star read for me. So the last book that I've read in July is Twice Magic by Corsair Cowl. This is the second book in Wizard of One series, and from what I remember correctly, this is hard for me to remember what happened in the first book. All I know is about a wizard boy and a warrior girl that they're not supposed to be friends, but they end up forming a friendship anyway, and that's from what I remember from the plot of it. But I'm still liking the world and I'm liking the characters, and I also read this on audiobook, but the audiobook is narrated by David Tennant, who is one of my favorite Scottish actors, and I was gushing it over the audiobook because he's just one of my favorite actors overall, and I just love hearing his voice and knowing that he was, didn't even know that he was narrating the audiobook. I was just gushing over it, and the thing that what didn't help with the audiobook is there's illustrations throughout the book, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to see the illustrations? Because with the first book, I read that physically, but I still enjoyed the book overall, and I try to remember my rating. Yeah, I still enjoyed it. I do hope to read the third book in the series at some point, but yeah, it was a 4-star read for me. I've read in June and July. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you've read in the last couple months, because I would like to know. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know if I ever post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!